Hey guys, welcome back to a new vlog series. Today is the 21st, Tuesday. It's about 4:30, I think, in the afternoon, and I have some progress to show you. First off, if you are newly subscribed, I know I've had a couple of you. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. And welcome back to all of my regular subscribers and watchers. So this week we have not a lot of George. I finished 2 rows of him yesterday, and I finished my other stitching for today, so I will have the rest of the day to work on him. But if you guys watched my last vlog, you know that I am working on the Little House Needleworks. I left it in the other room, so I'm not sure. Actually, I have standby. Country Cottage Needleworks. The seasonal celebration series. And, that I'm using for the weekly homework. So I've finished 2 prompts so far. I've done 1 prompt a day. And I've added everything except for the words hot cocoa. So I've added 600 stitches so far to the minion prompt and I always forget what the first one is. Oh, something that would go on a gingerbread house, or something that looks like a gingerbread house. But I did switch out almost all of the DMC for color and cotton. The only one I didn't was this color down here, the 435, because I didn't have one that matched. And that's the only place it's used, so. But it does already call for some weeks dye and some Classic Colorworks, I think. Yeah, it's turning out super cute. I have 300 more stitches to go on the Something That Represents You prompt. And I'm basically using this one because I love winter and I love snow. I should say I love the idea of snow. I miss it very badly. And then, like I said last time, I reached the 90,000 mark, hopefully, on George. Hopefully I will get the 100,000 soon. We'll see how long it takes. It shouldn't take me too long, but I've finished about half of my yearly prompt I'm working on. So I've finished about 2,500 stitches so far for that prompt. I think I'm currently sitting at 41.6% done with the whole piece. But each row I do adds another like 0.11-ish percent to it. So it's fun seeing it work up, but the process is still a pain. What I've figured out though, or what I've decided, is I went on Pattern Keeper and I zoomed out all the way and I searched for the other symbols. The ones that are like 20,000 stitches. And so what I've decided is that the way I'm going to stitch the rest of it is going to be by page. And it's probably going to be a hard page finish, just because I want not only the satisfaction, but I want to get the top parts done first, so I don't have to scroll it, don't have to do the scroll rods as much. So if I'm thinking correctly, I will have to only do the scroll rods 1 more time to finish up the very bottom of the blue, and then 2 or 3 more times, probably 2 more times, because I might just start at the bottom and work my way up, but I think it's more than likely I'm just going to go back up to the top, just because I have less stitching in those parts, and then I can save the hat area for last, which has all the confetti, and for me would be more rewarding and fun, but we'll see. So that's my goal for today. I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. I know I have a long way to go, but the fact that I'm already have 2 days of homework done out of probably 4 is promising. And then I think what's going to happen is I'm going to use the rest of the week to finish up the prompts for the monthly homework, so that way that's completely done and over with. And the rest of the month, except for the weekly homework, I can totally work on George on the yearly prompts. So we'll see. The way I've been calculating at the rate I'm going is I will finish sometime between June 18th and July 18th. And it really is just going to depend on how many rows I can do a day. But definitely pushing more for June. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Haven't made, oh, that's a lie. I totally made purchases. I'm going to show you this tomorrow because they're all Hades and Tilton patterns because I need more. But my iPad's in the other room. So I'm going to go finish up my week or finish up my night with George, and I will come back and see you probably all tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Wednesday, Mass Singer Day. It is about almost 5, and we had to turn on the air conditioning for the first time. It went from like low 60s to almost 90 today. It wasn't supposed to be this hot today, so it actually got up to like 77 in the house before we realized like, oh yeah, it's actually hot. But that's okay. So here's the progress I made. I put in just now the rest of the 300 stitches in this cocoa color. So basically what I did was I started up here, followed this all the way around, came across, and now I'm working my way back up again. And it's looking good, I think. So all the words are now done down here. The only words I have left is the word winter that's up here in the banners. But it's cute, but I'm happy to take a break from it now. I still have my 100 stitches on purple, which I think I might start now just to get it over with since it's only 100. I really struggled on George last night. I did get in my 2 rows while I was watching most of Julie, Kansas City Girl, and Colorado World's Whip Parade, but it just, not only did I have to frog on both rows, I had quite a bit more on the first row than the second row, but it seems like I wasn't able to concentrate last night. So hopefully today will go better with that. It is starting to feel like a chore, but it's a chore that I need to do, so it's fine. But like I said, I want to work on the 100 now so that I can just get it over with. I still need to figure out what I'm doing it on. I think I'm going to do it on Fairy Tale, but I also kind of just don't want to put it on the frame. So I did think about doing my next monthly one, even though July is next. I was going to skip ahead to October because October has purple in it, but I kind of like doing them in order. So I think I am just going to go ahead and pull out Fairy Tale and just get it on the frame. For some reason, that's always the part that is annoying for me, even though it's not difficult at all. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now and then get those, in this case, 200 stitches in. So that way I'll have that to show you guys tomorrow. I did remember to grab my tablet so that I can show you the purchases that I made. I I don't know if I'm ever actually going to get to do them, but I bought 3 patterns, I think. And 2 of them were special editions, so we all know that FOMO hits me hard when it comes to a limited edition pattern. Of course, now my Dropbox has to load, which is taking forever. There we go. So the first 2 I bought are, yeah, that was the first 2, are Hades, and they are sorry, I don't remember what they're called, so I have to scroll until I find it. I need to go through and update this whole list. Nope. Sorry guys, I'll get there eventually. I don't know if I ever showed, I did buy this one 3 weeks ago and I don't remember if I showed it to you guys. But this is a Tilton Icelandic Beauty, which is really pretty. And then I bought this one is the only one that's not limited edition, but it was too pretty to pass up. And of course it's ginormous, but this is Dragon Race into the Night. Let me see if I can get it bigger. So it's basically all of the dragons and all the pretty purples. Let's leave it down there. Sorry, my tablet's being really slow for some reason. I may need to turn it off and on again. Then I got this one was actually very limited. I went ahead and bought Captain Jack from Tilton Crafts. There are still a few of him left, but I love me some pirates. And then the last one I got, I think I skipped. If I can remember the name of it, that would be great. Apparently, actually, let's do a search. No, first one that pops up. The good thing about Hades is that they're always titled like whatever the pattern name is, Chart Pack, so I can just search for Chart Pack and that shows all my Hades. So this is Magic Steady, and this one is the limited one. That's good for the month. Same thing, I don't know if I'll stitch it, but it was too pretty to pass. Especially with all those like gorgeous teals and purples. So I think that's all that I bought. Need to go back to curbing my spending, especially since I'll never stitch all these, but that was weird. Random thing just fell off my shelf, but that's fine. Anyway, once I get that purple done, it will be basically 4 days of non-stop George, which means I should be able to get in another 12 rows or so. And I think I have another, I think I'm exactly halfway through the page or set of pages. So that'll get me like 3/4 of the way down if I can finish it all. But I will show you guys that probably in the next couple of days. Like I said, I try to limit taking it back and forth because it's so big. I'm hoping to have some more videos out for you guys, Stitch with Me's, because I did have a really good response to my story Stitch with Me. And I just haven't found a good setup yet. But it'll give me a chance to use my new mic and my new audio setup and stuff that my husband got me for my birthday. So hopefully I can figure that out, and I will see you guys all soon. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday the 23rd, I think. It's about 11:30 in the morning, and I'm finally getting my day going. I got up super early this morning at like 7:30, but I had a headache, so I went back to bed and then slept till 10. So it's been pretty much par for the course. I finished my weekly homework. Which, I don't think I showed you guys this yet. If I did, I'm sorry, but here it is again. So all the words are done. And then I did go back last night and finish putting in my 200 stitches on Fairy Tale Bookshelf. So what I was doing was I was doing 10 row diagonals, but it's starting to get the puckering effect that you get with like page lines and stuff. I think it's because I'm stitching the same way that the diagonals are. So my stitches are going this way because it's 10. So I'm spreading it out to 20 rows. And it's not super noticeable, especially up here. Some angles you can't really tell at all. But if that doesn't work, then I'm going to probably start going page by page. Or not page by page, but page by page cross country, but like finishing out the thread and like going past the page so that I avoid the page marks as well. And I should say it that way. But we'll see how that works. I had another project that had really bad page lines when I first started stitching, and I had widened it up then too, and it didn't work. Like it still gave me page lines, just wider ones. So I'm hoping that this will help out, but I don't have super high hopes. But I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm not gonna go back and frog it, that's too much to do. But I think I'm probably gonna have to change how I am stitching this one. Let me see. I think that's all I have for you guys for now. I'm going to, so I did still finish up 2 rows. I realized what it was. Yesterday, my 2 rows went much faster. And I realized that the 2 nights before that, I wasn't having great sleep. I had to get up early Monday morning for work. And by early, I mean like 8. And then I had to get up early on Tuesday for a doctor's appointment. So the fact that I haven't been getting up at that early means I wasn't going to bed still until about 1 or 2. So I think I was just way too tired and trying to slog through that. And that's what was giving me problems. So like I said, last night went a lot faster. I even beat my average record of like 2 hours per row. In fact, last night I think I was able to get it done in like 1 row in like an hour 15. So if I could keep that up, that would be great. But my goal for this week is to finish up the monthly homeworks. I have 2 left, which are 300 a piece. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do those on. I think one of them has to be my next block for the hands-on design, which would be July. Because I need something with flowers, and although I can use probably like 2 or 3 other projects, I might as well get July started and going. I have June finished, waiting in the wings to be fully finished, but I kind of like having 2 to do at a time. So we'll see how that goes. And I forget what the last prompt is. So we'll have a surprise project coming up. Like I said, I'm going to finish those. I did get all of my March reading and stitching done, so I got full points, so yay. My reading is going okay. I think I'm going to listen to, so I don't know if I've told you guys about Chirp Books, but they are an audiobooks app that has like daily deals. So you can get a $25 book for like $4. They even have like 99-cent books sometimes. So what they do is they send you an email every day with that day's deals, and then when you first sign up, you get to pick like your favorite serial or your favorite genres. And then it kind of learns over time kind of what you like more. So Good Omens was on there, and I need that one for a book with a teacup on the cover. And I think I have 2 more reading homeworks, but I have to double check. And they're both the cover ones, if I remember right. So it's like a 12-hour book, so I'm gonna listen to that today probably while I stitch. I'm almost caught up on all of my Flosstube. I have a little bit of work to do. Hopefully it doesn't take me very long, but sorry, I have a fuzzy or something on my nose. It's driving me nuts. But the cool thing about Chirp Books is that you don't have to pay any monthly fees or anything. It's literally just whatever books you want to get. And you can get the other books too that aren't daily deals. You just have to pay more for them, but so far I really like the ones I picked. I haven't listened to a ton of them, but mainly because I've been watching a lot of YouTube. But hopefully I can listen to that today and finish up that prompt. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys for today. I will show you George this vlog. My cat's at the door. But my husband's on a conference call, so that's why I'm a little quiet. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. You will see George later on. I am currently 2,500 stitches into this prompt. So I'm about to reach row 380. I'll reach that today, I think. But he's going. Hopefully he'll be done soon, but we'll see. I'll see you guys all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Friday the 24th. It's about 12:30 and I'm currently waiting for lunch to be delivered, so I thought I would show you my progress after I fixed my needle. So I finished up my other 2 monthly extra credits, and I went ahead and did them both on, geez, if I can fix this, the monthly celebrations of July. So basically this is all new. So it's 600 stitches. The red is done, the white is done, the yellow is done, and I have the gray and the blue left. It was fun to be able to work with red. I haven't worked with it in quite a while, but super cute. I really hope we're done with the color requirements or the color homeworks. Did another 2 rows on George. I did bring him in. So tomorrow I have a get-together, like virtual get-together with my other Southern California stitchers. So in order to do that, I do it in my office, so that, well, craft room office, because it's a little bit quieter. And so I brought George in so you guys can see it. And so there's where he's at now. We just reached 381 rows, so we have 170 left. But what I'm going to do is stitch in here on him today to make sure that I can do it for an extended period of time. But I might need to make adjustments to the stand. I think it's a little bit too tall, so I may have to shorten it up a little bit, which takes a little bit of effort, just because the way the stand is set up. So basically I'm gonna use today as a test and we'll see. Yeah, now all my monthlies are done and my weeklies are done until Monday, and I can just stitch on him all weekend. So I'm hoping my puzzles are back in stock soon, because so far I haven't been able to order any of them. But yeah, I'll kind of show you progress as I go, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Hi Flosstube, welcome back. Today is Sunday the 26th, and it's almost 9 o'clock at night, and I didn't do anything this weekend. I just finished putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle, which I'll show you guys in a second. I didn't think it would take this long, but I basically started Friday night, got the border done. Then yesterday I did put in 2 rows on George, and then finished doing part of the puzzle. I had my stitching meetup with the SoCal Stitchers group that I'm part of. We had a virtual meeting, so that was fun. And then basically just spent all day today finishing up the puzzle. So it got the puzzling out of my system for a while, I'm pretty sure. And now I can focus on George. So I'm gonna maybe put in a row on him tonight. Like I said, it's already 9. I do have some reading to do to finish up my extra credit reading, so I might just go do that. Kind of tempted. But let me show you what I did. So, can we go up that high? Yeah, I'll stand up. So this is the puzzle I finished. As you can see, it takes up almost my entire desk. And this is sort of cross stitch related because Hayde has done this pattern, has charted it. And it is the James Christensen Fairy Tales. That's what they call it. I think it's called something different on the Hayde website, but like I said, I didn't think, well, for one thing, it's a 1,500 piece puzzle. That's why I didn't think it would take that long. I thought it was only 1,000. But also, if you look, every single piece is the same shape. So it's that 2 ins, 2 outs. So it actually takes a lot longer doing that puzzle, or that type of puzzle. But I enjoyed it. There was enough color variation, even in the sky, that it wasn't too bad. And all the different houses are different textures and stuff, so not terrible. Like I said, it kind of, I don't want to say killed my bug, but it satiated it for a while so that I can focus on stitching now. I hope you guys all had a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Monday the 27th. It is about 6:30 at night, and I just finished filming my Flosstube video stitching portion for the Stitch with Me. Couldn't think of the name. Couldn't remember if it was Stitch with Me or Stitchy Storytime, but I think I did both, like Stitch with Me Storytime. So I still need to film the story portion of that, but I want to use my microphone and audio setup for that. So I was doing it on my Disneyland map, which you guys haven't seen for a while. But this week's homework was stitch 400 stitches on something that you would want to be sequestered to stitch, and then 100 stitches of your favorite color. So I actually don't have a favorite color, but I went ahead and went with this for sequestered because there's so many bright colors and it reminds me of Disneyland because it's the map of Disneyland. But I went with this like orange color as my favorite color because I don't get to stitch with orange very often. So it's one of my favorite colors to stitch. But I basically filled in the rest of this little thing down here, finished up the like X part of the frame, and then filled in this whole pathway thing right here. And then like a couple of stitches down here. But then I also came over and did this, all this brown and all of these stitches over here. And then a few like stitches down here. So this is a building that's coming into view. It might be, because we're getting into Main Street now. And I don't remember which building it is. I think it's the candy shop or the Esplanade, but I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the actual picture in a while. But basically what I'm trying to do on this piece is stitch by color for each ride, but then I'll just end out my thread over here. But since I had to do the actual color, I had to stop the brown and do the red, so or the orange. So I'm gonna finish up the orange, and then I'll go back to the brown and finish that up for whatever prompts are next. So I'm gonna take another day off from George today because I still have, they're not long, but I still have 3 books to read. One, I only have like 2 hours left. Another one is the monthly book, the Villain series book. I read The Beast, but I need to read Ursula. And so those aren't very long. I could probably finish both of those tonight. And then I have to read a book with a shapeshifter, so I need to figure out which book. Probably a book I've already read, but which book I want to read for that. So, excuse me. So I need to look at my bookshelves. I have some Sabrina books I haven't read yet. So I might look at those because she is technically a shapeshifter, I think, because she can turn herself into whatever she wants. So I might read a Sabrina book, but I'll have to look and see which ones she would change in, I guess you could say. Otherwise, I'll look in my Kindle Unlimited list and see kind of, or my Kindle list, not my Unlimited, but see what's on there that I've already read that I want to read. I kind of want to read something I've already read because I don't have to pay as close of attention to it since I already know what happens. And I'll be able to read it faster, but we'll see. See how that goes. But yeah, the rest of tonight, I'm just planning on reading and hanging out. My shoulder, the main reason is because my shoulder's really been killing me. From blasphemy, but probably from stitching too much. So I'm just giving it a chance to calm down a little bit and heal. So I am getting behind on George, but I'm planning on making up for it. We'll see. I don't want to get burnt out too, which I kind of have been feeling like I have been, so it's good to get a little bit of a break from it. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. I will probably come back and see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Wednesday the 29th, I believe. It's about 11:30, I think, in the morning. And I just finished filming my Mania video, so you guys are going to see that before you see this, but I decided to wear my Stitch Nanigans shirt. Let the Stitch Nanigans begin. Because that's basically what's going to happen with Mania. Because as a teacher, it's my busiest time. But by now you guys have already seen that video, so we'll see how it actually works. But I did put in 4 rows last night, or yesterday, on him, and I know you haven't seen him for a little while, so here he is again. I just finished row 390, so I have 161 rows left, which you can tell I've already started the next one, so getting there. Hopefully we'll be there a lot more. I might do vlogs only for Mania. I might do just put them in my regular vlog, so I might do both with just a small little blurb each day in my regular. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't done that many clips yet for this series, so you guys may see me sooner than this. But that's all I have to show you guys for today. I'm basically just working on George all day again, so I might show you him tomorrow, and then Mania starts. So full month of George. I hope you guys are ready. I'll see you guys all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sunday, May 3rd. It's about 12:15ish, and I've made good progress. So I finished 12 rows over the weekend, well, Friday and Saturday. My goal was to try to do at least 4 a day, but now that I've been able to do 6 a day, I kind of want to do that, because if I do, it means that I will be 25 days of Mania, and I will have all the 931 done. I am in the not as dense area right now, so I don't know how much that will continue, but if I can do that, that would be awesome. I don't have any plans for the day, so hopefully I can just chill and stitch. Tomorrow and the rest of the week, I need to look at my schedule because I know I have some meetings set up with parents. So I'm going to lose a little bit of progress, I think, then, but it really is going to depend on how many... It basically depends on what time my parents signed up for and how many parents I have signed up each day. Basically what I do is I set up a sign-up genius, where I just basically add a bunch of times that I am willing to meet with people, and then they just sign up for whatever ones they want. So it's really up to them. I don't have all of my parents signed up yet, but I'm kind of just relaxing with it. I think I'm combining my last 2 sets of meetings into one, so I'll still be available if they need me after this, but I'm kind of letting the last one be up to them, I think, because all of my major paperwork and everything is done. So anyway, I've been watching a lot of, what's her name? Stephanie Harlow, who does true crime videos on YouTube. So I've been watching a lot of her lately. Sorry, my arms are hurting from holding this up. Yesterday, I helped my husband film a couple of videos for a project he's doing, and we played some Jackbox with his family, and which we do every weekend pretty much. And I hung out with some of my stitchy friends, so that was fun, like through Zoom. Apparently there's somebody at my front door. My cat is staring at them. I think it's Amazon. But let me show you my progress. If you guys have been keeping up with my Mania videos, that's awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying them. But I figure this will still be a way to, basically in those I'm just showing my progress. Now in these I can tell you what I'm using the projects for, or the stitches for. So I'm just going to show it to you guys real quick. So there's where we're at. I finished the 7th row of pages yesterday, and I'm also done with I only stitched these, sorry about all that, it's my husband's props from his video project. I finished the and I don't want to log on there because I'm in the middle of a video. What they did for the weekend, because May started on Friday, was basically just stitch as much as you want, and as a group we'll try to stitch 40,000 stitches or 30,000 stitches, and then 60,000 gives you extra points, but the points don't really count for anything. So I contributed on Friday. I put in all of my Friday stitches on there, which was like 1,000 something, and then the rest of it I am putting into the May monthly extra credits. I was able to make everything fit, so I was really excited about that, because I really didn't want to work on another project. I wanted to keep it all in May, or all on George. So the first prompt is to stitch on something that is the letters STITCH. I don't remember why it's those letters. But basically for George, it has the sun in it. They wear tricorn hats. There are ice flows in the river. They're wearing trousers. I could have used tricorn twice, I think, but they're wearing trousers. There are clouds in the sky, and they're wearing hats. So that's the letter, and it's 100 stitches on each letter, but I keep forgetting to take pictures, so mine are like 200 to 300, but whatever, I'm making progress. Then we had to do something related to a woman, and this is the one that might get rejected, but I use the argument that all the men are related to women because they all had to be at least born from a woman. So hopefully that works, especially in those times. And they all like have sweethearts and stuff that they left behind, so, well, not all of them, but a majority of them. The third prompt was, I may have to look these ones up. And the way they're doing the homework next week is interesting, because, so I'm trying to log in as I talk. Oops. I haven't logged into Facebook on this device yet. So the way they're doing it is interesting, because they're like taking mania into account, and they are trying to make it so that there we go, so that you can use whatever project you want. And new starts count. I mean, they do that anyway, but they're trying to make it so that if you have a new start, they're kind of rewarding you for it because you have to stitch less stitches. But as soon as you stitch that, it then becomes a work in progress. So I do not like the browser. So that if you use it for another prompt, you have to do more stitches. And then they still have penalty stitches if it doesn't work. So this week's homework, or the week coming up, is going to be interesting because I'll be able to use George for like half of them. There's, I think, 10 prompts. And it's 100 stitches for each. I really don't like this. 100 stitches for 50 stitches if you are using a new start, 100 stitches if you are using a whip, and then penalty stitches if your prompts don't fit. So 150 for me. Okay, sorry about that. I'm trying to log in on my Kindle, and I don't have the app downloaded. And then I realized you can't see the events when you're in the groups through the browser, so really dumb. yeah, so something related to a lady. Then it was something with a mistake in it. So, not gonna lie, George has a lot of mistakes that I have not taken out, so. And then something related to Epcot. So this piece is based on American history, and there is the American Pavilion, which has a video, and it's actually either Epcot or Hollywood Studios, but the ride inside of it is basically just a video, which I actually really enjoy, but about American history, so that's my related to Epcot part of it. So yeah, so it's basically almost done with those. I have finished the 3 bigger prompts and then the STINT of Stitch. So I'll get all the monthlies done today. And then I think I'm going to work on another 2000 Stitch prompt for one of the yearlies, just to fill in time for the rest of the day until the homework starts. So once I finish out the 2000, I will start the weekly homework, which I will tell you guys about next time so that I have something to talk about. I'll probably get it done within a couple of days though, because it's only 1,000 stitches, and I'm probably going, well, actually it's going to be more. It's probably going to be about 1,500 stitches for me, but it's probably going to take a little longer because I'm sure I'm going to forget to take photos like I have been for the stitch part of it. So I am still keeping track. It's a little harder with this because I'm trying to keep track of the 1,000 stitch marks for the outrageous, but so far I've been doing good at it. We'll see if that lasts, but anyway, I'll probably come back to you guys in a couple of days, and I hope you guys are all enjoying the Mania videos. I'll see y'all later. Take 3. Hi guys. It is Wednesday the 6th. I filmed this earlier, like several hours earlier, and realized it didn't film. And then I filmed it just now and realized the camera was turned the other way. So hopefully this works. My cat's down here and I think she's gonna try to jump up on here on my puzzle. Stay away. I got a new puzzle, so it's like all the pieces are scattered all over. So I finished 5 rows on George today, 31 rows total on him, and so I finished all of the monthly homeworks, which I think I told you guys already, but I finished just tonight the weekly homeworks, which was 10 prompts, and I could only make George fit for 4 of them. So I did 6 penalties, and I ended up doing more stitches just because it was a lot easier to do penalty stitches, which were 150, to do one entire row because each row is at least 200. But then the non-penalty stitches, since I had an even number and they were 100 each, I did like 1 row over of 10 stitches and then for 1 prompt, and then went back to do the second prompt. So it ended up working out pretty well. It wasn't really my plan going in. I basically just started with the first one and said if it was penalty or not, but it worked out. So my cat's being super weird. But I did get one finish. So if I was caught up to where I wanted to be, I would have 36 rows done. But part of that was having my meetings for work. I've usually had 2 or 3 a day, and so actually like 4 a day for the first 2 days. So I only got 4 rows each day that day, or those days. So one of my meetings didn't technically get canceled. The person just never showed up. So I still had to be in the craft room, and I still had to have my computer open in case they did show up. So I went ahead and decided to use the time to finish June, which I thought turned out super cute. This might be my favorite one so far. I really like how these ocean waves match the fabric, even though that was not planned at all. I can definitely see my skills improving on my finishing, so that's always exciting. And maybe it just looks better because there's actual lines on here that I could line up with, but I like it. And I'm happy because now I can hang that up next month while I work on July and I'm hoping to get ahead again on those, but once I'm done with the 931 on George, I'm not planning on doing any required stitching, shall we say. But those are small, they're fun. July is really fun because it's only got 2 colors left, and it's gray and then the blue, and the rest is all the red and white, so it's cute. The only thing I'm not sure is if I stay on track, then I will finish the 931 on George by the end of the month. And looking at the floss I have left that they provided, I don't think it's going to be enough. And there's been a lot of other people in the group who have had problems as well. And she's not shipping out new floss until all of this COVID stuff gets figured out. So I'm probably going to have to pull from stash. I did line up the colors and they do match pretty much perfectly. So I don't think I'll need that much. I still have like an entire skein basically of 931 extra. So, because right now we're using Sullivan's. She did provide, like I was counting just the skeins, but I discovered that she had included a little extra in one of the bags. So I'm hoping that'll be enough, because that should get me an extra 3 rows, I think. Maybe like 2.5 rows. But I'm really curious to see if it lasts or if it goes all the way through or not, because I've been really frugal with this floss. Because I'm using the pin stitch to start and end the threads, and that uses like tiniest bit, so we'll see. I'm curious, and if not, I have backups just in case. I did look to see if I could order it, and I could, but I don't really want to because it's only 25 cents and there's no patterns for sale on the site that they sell the Sullivans through, so it's not really worth it, I don't think, especially since I don't want to wait for it. I don't know if it'll be here within a couple of weeks, and I don't know if it will. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, so I don't want to order it now and then I'm not needing it and then end up not getting it on time. But like I said, we'll see kind of when I get closer to the end what it looks like, if I have to feather in or not, and we'll see. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I know I've talked a lot. I'm going to try to do these only every week or so, just because I'm doing the daily vlogs, so you don't need nonstop George. So I'm figuring I'll just give you like the weekly homework and how I made it work, and just give you a general overview, and we'll see how that goes. So I probably won't be seeing you guys for another week or so. So I'll see you then. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is Monday, the 18th, I believe. It is, I think about 11:15-ish in the morning, and I'm done with work for the day, so more stitching. I did make couple of milestones, just in case you haven't been watching my Mania videos. Here is George currently. I hope you can see all of him. I just finished last night the 8th row of pages, which means I only have 1 full row of pages and 1 partial row of pages left. Or I guess it'd be 1 row of partial pages. So I think if I remember correctly, I have 83 rows left. But I know you haven't seen him for a while, so I have 6 skeins of floss left, which I hope will be enough, but we'll see. I also got my color and cotton. I do the all colors directly through color and cotton. Ooh. love that blue. The green is pretty too. Or I should say the sea green. They're all pretty, but... So I got Pale Ochre, which is like a slightly variegated off-white to light yellow. Sweet Potato, which same thing, has some slight variegation, like a burnt orange to a gold. Seahorse, which is like a, I'd say like a pea yellow almost, but like a pretty to like a light pea green. So I would say like food peas, but very light. Oceana, which is very pretty sea green colors with just a little variegation. And my favorite of the bunch, which is Sapphire, which is pretty monochromatic. It has that pretty dark blue. And I think that's all I got in, because I showed you guys the needle minder last time. I did buy a Tilton chart, but I don't have it in here with me. I don't know if I'll ever stitch it, but Shelly, the owner of Tilton, hasn't been doing so well, and was thinking about closing down her shop, so I figured I'd just go in and buy something to support her. I really love how this community's come together during all this, I have to say. Yeah, it's kind of all I have to show you guys today. I have hopefully time this week to stitch. I have one kind of big meeting tomorrow and one more on Friday, but other than that, I don't have a whole lot to do, so. But I thought I'd show you guys George and give you a little bit of progress update on him. I'm not sure what's going to happen after the month. I'm really going to try to get him done by, or the 931 done by the end of May. I have 14 days, including today. So we'll see. I keep looking at him, like trying to gauge how much is left. It's getting there. But after that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I am using him for the homework this week. I'm able to use him. We have 5 prompts, and I'm able to use him for, well, all 5, but I only have to do or use penalty on 3 of them. Like I can use him for the 4 senses prompt, because you have to explain like how the picture engages 4 of your senses. So obviously like the sound of the water, and I'm using since it's an icy picture, you can actually, I think winter has a distinctive taste and smell. I'll have to explain those a little bit, but I can definitely use those. And the sight, I think was my other one. Or no, because there's not a whole lot to see because it's supposed to be dark, but the feel of how freaking cold it is. And I can use him, so the other prompts are something that you're stitching on a higher count, which can't use him for that, like a higher count than it calls for, which for that one, if I wasn't doing this, I would really have to look, because I don't ever even look at the suggested size or the suggested fabric at all. I mean, I could use a height for that because I always use 28 or 32. But I'm using it for It's like something in space. Penalty for that. Something that is fast to stitch. Penalty for that for sure. And I can't remember what the last prompt is, so, and it's the one I'm currently working on. How sad is that? Yeah, totally can't remember. It's really gonna bug me though. I'm curious, so I'm gonna use him after this week's homework. I'm also going to use him for the next team event, which I think is, I want to say it's Spaceship Earth, but I could be wrong. I'm caught up with all the other events as far as I know, but that is, I believe, 600 or 850 stitches. I'll probably just put in 1,000 and call it good. It's a lot easier to do that because I can keep track of the outrageous, which is like showing a picture every 1,000-ish stitches. It's 1,000 stitches. To me, it's 1,000-ish. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen after May. I know I'm still going to work on him, and hopefully it should be a lot easier as far as, or not easier, but to me it'll be more fun because it's going in and filling in all that blank space. So I might still be really focused on it. I'm going to try to be, just because I really don't want to be working on him next year. I want to get him off my plate. And I had a thought of next year not taking part in Magical Stitches, just making it a year of pure stitch whatever I want, whenever I'm feeling like it, not having to track anything. But it's really going to depend probably next year on what books we're going to end up focusing on. So that'll be on the table for next year. But we'll kind of see. So, sorry, distraction. Kid in front of my house. That's all I have for you guys for today. I will come back next week and tell you guys, or show you guys my progress. Hopefully I will be on the last row of pages, but probably not. We'll see. Otherwise, I will see you guys all in several days, unless you're coming to my Mania videos, in which case I already would have seen you, so never mind. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is the 25th of May. It's about noon, and of course, I've been stitching on George. Not getting as far as I wanted, but I'm going to stick with it until this color is done. The homework this week, I think I'm going to have to use him for one. We basically had to do 2 tasks that were determined by a wheel. And so Boardwalk got number 2, which was stitch on something with shadows, and number 7, which is stitch on something that you have to pay close attention to. So I couldn't really find any shadows on George, so I'm going to use penalty, which is 750 stitches. And then I do have to pay pretty close attention, obviously, because it's so big. So I can use the 500 required stitches for that one. So it's going to be my goal for today. I finished up the Star Wars land yesterday, and I put in another 5,000 yearly. Finished that up yesterday too. So he's all ready to go for a weekly homework, which is nice. And I did buy some new things. So I'm going to turn you around and show you George, and then I will show you my new purchases. So here's George. I think it's been about a week since my last video. Sorry, my cat's meowing in the background, but we're getting there. I'm right about 10,000 stitches left, a little more than that. So I will get under that today. I'm going to try to do another 1,000 or so on him. If my plans are correct, and I can do, I'm basically planning on trying to get 1,000 a day now. I'm not striving to do the 15, or I think at this point I would need like 1,700 per day. Yeah, I can't do that. So I'm not going to overexert myself, but if I can do that, then I will end on June 4th, I think. So I'm still going to do daily vlogs since it's not going to be a ton more. So those will just be bonus days. But thank you guys for sticking with me for those, if you have been. And as for my new purchases, so the first thing is by KEB Studio. And this is actually a giveaway I won over on her YouTube. That's Karen, I think her YouTube is Karen Bowen. But they're these cute plaid Christmas ornaments, and she has all the seasons. So I may go do those. Actually, there's two that I like out of each one. I don't necessarily like all three, but my favorite from this one is the tree. And the snowflake is pretty cute. I might end up doing all of them, but they're small. They won't take me long. Then I know I mentioned last time that I had bought a Tilton chart, but I didn't bring it in. So here is that. I don't know if I'll ever stitch this one, but I just wanted to support Shelly. And I've basically bought all the charts from her that I super, super love, but I thought this one was pretty cool. Then, of course, Jessie Marie made me do it. Got the Hogwarts from Made For You stitch. And I think I might end up doing the same thing where I only stitch like that. So I cut off like that much. But it's probably not going to be started for quite a while, so who knows what I'll do when the time comes. And then, sorry about that. I saw this posted on Amy Stewart's Facebook group, and I was thinking it was going to be a while before it was charted. I was clearly wrong, but this is A Pirate's Life. So I bought it. Sorry for the glare. I love all the colors. It's super gorgeous. I do a beach themed mantle in the summer. Bought it, and then I looked at how big it was. Holy crap. So I'm in the process of importing this into Pattern Keeper right now, just so I can get a feel for colors and all that. But this will be a fun one when it gets done in like 10 years. But it's got everything I like about pirates. It's got the rum, it's got, jeez, just all sorts of noise today. The beachy background, the treasure, of course. I just noticed the little cat sleeping on the chair. It's got the Jolly Roger and the pirate skull, bird up here. But yeah, mainly I just really love this one because of the colors. So, 4 charts, not terrible, but of course they're ones that'll take me forever in a day. I do actually really want to start this one now, but I'm going to try to hold off. I do have fabric, I'm sure, for it, but we'll see. That's probably one that's going to have to go on the frame after George is done. But that's all I have for you guys for today, and I will see you probably in a week or so. Thanks for hanging out. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is June 6th, right? Yes. It's about 9:40 at night, and I did a little something. If you've been watching my vlog, my Mania vlogs, you know what it is, but get the right orientation. Just in case you guys weren't watching and wanted to just see my regular vlogs, I finished the 931 on George. So 131,400 stitches is done. It is 60.22% of the whole piece, I believe. And trying to get it all in frame so you can basically see if my piece is this big and there are 112 of us. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit big. So the whole thing will definitely be impressive, but I'm really happy with what I did. So I know I haven't come to you guys in a while, but I'm pretty sure we are caught up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm waiting for my Dropbox to load. But I think we're mostly caught up with my purchases. Like, I know I showed you 3 of them. I think this one you guys have not seen yet. So Amy Stewart came out with another design. And I love pirates, so I had to get this one. It is a pirate's life, and it was charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's super huge, like all of her designs are, but it's gorgeous. So I bought this basically as soon as I saw it. I had seen it on her Facebook page when she had finished doing it, and then it ended up getting charted much faster than I thought. So I had to buy that as soon as it came out. And then I just bought this the other day. It's taking forever to load, I'm not sure why. But I got the new X-Stitch magazine. I forget if it's issue 11 or 12, but this one is all about noir. So it's things like mobs and criminals, and I'm not going to show it super close up, but like the crime map. Excuse me. And then the last thing I bought was today, because basically because of everything that's going on right now, Michelle from Heaven and Earth Designs said that she was going to be donating all of her proceeds. I forget if it's all or if it's a portion, but a lot of her proceeds from today's sales to one of the Black Lives Matter charities. Black Lives Matter charities, yeah. It's getting my plurals confused. So I went ahead, I've had this in my wish list for a long time, and then I removed it, but I went ahead and bought it. This is Sleepy Hollow by Laura Prindle. And I love Halloween. It's also pretty big. I could have got the mini, and I had debated between the two, but I like this one, so. The mini was just a little bit too pixelated. But that's all my purchases. I have not gotten anything in the mail recently. I believe my new Color and Cotton should be coming in soon, but as of right now it's not. And the Halloween issues I think should be coming out soon for the Cross Stitch magazines. So I'm gonna have to buy, I think just Cross Stitch is the Halloween one I always buy. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for that. But other than that, I am going to end this vlog series here. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing, and I will see you all probably in a couple of weeks, not gonna lie. But there will be much more variety in that one, so I'll see you all then. Bye.